if it's not already. Cycling the England-Wales border really should be on your bucket list. Bookended by two historic towns, Rome and Chester in the north and Norman Chepstow in the south, there's a continual stream of stunning castles, abbeys, and bridges taking you through the last 2,000 years of British history. And all this nestled within a beautiful landscape that was sculpted by ancient volcanic activity and bears the marks of the most recent ice age, if you know what you're looking for. Riding the length of Wales. Naturally, all of this magnificent scenery is best appreciated when explored by bike, but what bike? Is a road bike best? Or could a gravel bike? We had quite a difference of opinion within the team here at CW. So what else could we do but pop over to Chepstow and take on the ride with our chosen bikes? We started our rides from the center of the Old Wye Bridge, at the point where the ornate metalwork marks the border of England and Wales. With the river flowing from west to east, at this point I took the obvious choice and headed straight on north and immediately into England, and was greeted by a brutal introduction to hills of the Wye Valley. After that initial road climb, I hopped off the main road and onto a sweeping double-track gravel descent back down to the valley floor and along the river. Sadly, though, my time cruising along the banks of the Wye wasn't to last long. With the pristine ruins of Tintern Abbey on my left, very much worth a trip to see in its own right, I rattled over the old wooden bridge, with its planks significantly more uneven than they might first appear, and back off into the hills. It was at that point I realized Sam might have made a more efficient choice in riding south off the Old Wye Bridge. It might have sent him a little further from Chester initially, but the route featured much less climbing and gave him the chance to rack up some easy miles. Meanwhile, I ended up with more than just the terrain to contend with, doing my best to clear yet another steep, rocky climb without putting a foot down. Somehow I managed to puncture the front tire with a hole too large for the sealant to fix. Just to clarify, I didn't set up these wheels, so I'm not entirely sure what sealant was used, but suffice to say it clearly wasn't either Silco or Muck Off, which both performed very impressively in our recent group test of the best tubeless sealants. Fortunately, I did have a tubeless plug with me, and once in place, the tires held air for the rest of the ride. It didn't end up costing me too much time, but these things always feel so much longer than they are. Soon, the tables were to turn. My route left the Wye Valley and traded it for a landscape shaped by a different river, the wide, open and flat terrain through which the Severn snakes its way through to the coast. Sam, on the other hand, had the Brecon Beacons to contend with and the fearsome Gospel Pass. Admittedly, he did ride it from the shallower side, but his Garmin Edge 1040 Solar was still showing some significant ramps on the way up, or at least, so he tells me. I hope you found this video helpful. It's my pleasure if you are helped a little at least. If you have anything to query for, please comment us below. Thank you for watching this video.